You're watching ABC 7 News at 5:30.
Welcome back. A City of Sarasota employee is under fire after scathing evaluations from her employees surface.
Commissioners are now calling for an investigation into City Auditor and Clerk Pamela Natalini. ABC 7's Jess Dowdrick has that story.
It was this letter, dated July 16th, that pushed Sarasota City Commissioners to talk about a laundry list of allegations against Auditor and Clerk Pamela Natalini. Derek Andrews Wright, a former employee of Natalini's, writes, quote, "The first 3 months were horrible. I received multiple calls to my personal phone from Mrs. Pamela stating I should watch my back and not trust Veta, Karen, or any staff in which I work with." Andrews Wright describes several occasions where Natalini made employees cry, calling her a, quote, horrible manager. He goes on to say, "She would always come into work after lunch, and whenever you tried to talk about training or work-related issues, she was always busy. Every manager in the clerk's office informed me of countless harassment and demoralizing experiences they have had with Mrs. Pamela. They informed me that they would love to speak up about the issues, but felt nothing would happen due to past issues with prior staff." Then 6 months after Andrews Wright started working for Natalini, after dealing with many other issues from Mrs. Pamela, I spoke up and asked her to stop, and 2 days later, I was fired. This letter of allegations comes after 22 negative evaluations from Natalini's employees late last year. One said, quote, "Pamela is a cruel, self-serving individual. She manages by intimidation. I've seen her bring employees to tears over simple matters." Another, quote, "Ms. Natalini's administration style is to intimidate everyone that she works with and to put fear into those under her that if you do not do exactly as requested, their lives at the city will become difficult." Mayor Liz Alpert brought up all of the allegations regarding Natalini's behavior at a recent city commission meeting.
You just can't ignore that. That's too many employees who are really counting on the commission to investigate it and, take appropriate action.
The city is looking to hire a third party to investigate Natalini.
I think it makes it better to have a neutral party to come in, look at the situation, and if there's nothing going on, great. And if there is, then we've had, an unbiased person come in and say, this is a problem.
According to the city of Sarasota, there hasn't been any other formal feedback about Natalini and no prior investigations into her behavior. However, this is not the first time these kinds of allegations have been made against Natalini, according to the former city commissioner, Susan Chapman. She says this is just the first time there will be any investigation to look into the validity of the claims.
One employee told me that the city auditor and clerk had 9 lives, and I said that can't be true. She has much more than 9 lives.
Chapman says the allegations started before she was on the commission in 2011, citing several other complaints between then and 2014 when she was elected to the commission. Chapman estimates then 3 or 4 employees had come forward to her personally about Natalini.
I think the time for marshaling facts is over. I think it's time to face the facts. She creates an abusive environment for her employees.
ABC 7 reached out to Natalini for comment on all of the previous allegations, including the most current by Derek Andrews Wright. She responded in a brief email that said, quote, "Please be advised that I have no comments pending the City Commission's final decision of its investigation."
That's Jess Dowdrick reporting. Commissioners did vote unanimously to launch an investigation. However, that investigation is not underway yet. The Human Resource Department is currently looking into options and costs. It'll be presented at the next City Commission meeting on August 20th.
New developments tonight. Attorneys representing the Tampa mother accused of leaving her child in the Hillsborough River to drown and entering a plea of not guilty today. According to the Hillsborough County Court, Shakayla Denson waived her right to appear in court, and her attorney submitted the plea on her behalf. Denson was arraigned on charges of first-degree murder, aggravated child assault, and grand theft auto. Denson is accused of driving her 4-year-old daughter to the Hillsborough River in a stolen vehicle and then leaving her to drown. An Alaska man will spend the rest of his life in prison for the South Florida airport shooting that left 5 people dead and 6 injured. 28-year-old Esteban Santiago admitted that he opened fire with a handgun in a baggage area at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport in January of 2017. An Iraq War veteran, Santiago, is diagnosed as schizophrenic, but was found competent to stand trial. He initially told the FBI after the shooting that he was under government mind control. Then he acted in support of the Islamic State extremist group.
ABC 7 has received dozens of messages from people concerned that Mote Marine Lab has a relationship with Mosaic. Mote Marine has now responded to those allegations on Facebook, saying the phosphate company does not fund its research. Mote says the company has provided support for specific aquaculture research needs with Common Snook, and they also provided small-scale funding for education. Also in that Facebook post, Mote Marine officials say it has never been funded by Big Sugar.
The no swim advisory that has been in place at Ringling Causeway since last Thursday has now been lifted. Residents and visitors may return to swimming and other water sports at these beach sites. The no swim advisory signage will be removed. However, red tide advisory signage will stay until conditions in that area improve.
Well, swimming might be the best way to cool off.
Oh, yes.
Maybe not at the beach, in some beaches, but let's get over to Bob now for more on our weather tonight.
Yeah, keeping cool is the key right now. 103, that's what it feels like. Heat index, you factor in the temperature and the humidity. It makes your makes it feel like 103 degrees out there. That's what your body's dealing with, that kind of temperature. West to southwest winds at 10, and not many showers to cool us down. The showers that have been popping up, just got an email from a viewer in Osprey, had just a brief shower move through. Less really than a quarter of an inch of rain fell there, he said. You can see it just kind of blew on through and quickly evaporated and moved out into the Gulf of Mexico. We have another one here that did generate some lightning there a little bit, but now it's just a shower or two. We're right there in Charlotte Harbor, and you can see that sea breeze. There it is right there. It's not rain, but it's just a change in temperature getting picked up by the radar. And as the east winds kind of pass through it, you can see showers generated. There's one lone shower just to the west of Northport. This one heading toward Rotunda and Placidia. It may hang together and bring a little bit of brief rain there, cooling rain. And then there's one near Bradenton, a little bit of a brief shower moving off to the west at 10 miles an hour. You can see where that sea breeze is. It's located on all the barrier islands. It's even into the mainland there in some areas, but then Lakewood Ranch, it's out of the east. Same at Old Myaca and Myaca City. And with those little convergence set up there with the east and west coast breezes kind of meeting, a brief shower not out of the question through this evening. Scattered, widely scattered, not everywhere it's going to rain, but we are going to see that dry air kind of keep these storms down to a minimum for the most part. And looks like our winds will be rather light tomorrow, and even on Sunday we're not expecting a big wind, so we need a stronger wind to help break things up as far as the red tide goes. Well, more in the forecast for the weekend, and take a look at the week beyond as well. Coming up in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, Bob, thank you. The first full week of school is over across the Suncoast, and some students took home something extra today. Students without enough food at home getting backpacks full of food that will last them through Monday. We spoke to the director of the Food and Nutrition Services for Manatee County Schools, and she says this program is vitally important.
A lot of hungry kids come back to school. That's true throughout the school year, especially on Mondays, where students may not have food available to them over the weekend.
We're told many students who are being sent home with these backpacks took part in the summer feeding programs. In Manatee County, 200,000 meals were served at 59 sites over the summer months.
Today is National Thrift Store Day, and hundreds of people who can't find jobs in our community are finding work through Goodwill Manasota. Goodwill's motto is "Our business is changing lives," and they're not kidding. Some of the 700 workers at Goodwill Manasota could not find jobs elsewhere. While many simply enjoy serving the community, others have criminal records or have battled addictions. When they put on those blue vests, they not only get a paycheck, they get life counseling.
So these really are people who just have simple barriers that we empower them in life. You know, we have a good partner coach program where we stand for the whole person. We don't just simply give a person a job. We actually have life coaches. Every single team member here has a life coach. So whatever they're dealing with, we deal with the entire human being, and it is awesome.
Funds from the retail stores stay local and help support their services.
Fun place to go. Look for a bargain, doesn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah. Still to come in your Suncoast News, a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease may be linked to your weight.
And how Chipotle is trying to win back people's trust after several food safety issues.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Temperatures are rising and the deals are heating up during the summer clearance event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota. Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for just $22,999. Or save big and get the new Chrysler 300 Touring with an MSRP over $30,000 for just $21,999. That's a savings of over $8,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Fiat in Sarasota today.
More energy?
Patty, what would you do if you had more energy?
Gosh. More energy? I'd probably be a happier guy. I wouldn't be so surly.
I'd exercise more. I'd have a lot more fun.
Salsa dancing.
You get a lot more done during the day. Take piano lessons.
I can be better to other people.
Energy equals happiness.
The potential for greater energy is already inside of you. Now you can make the most of it with Super Beets from Human.
What is this? Is it a superfood?
Concentrated beet crystals.
It's non-GMO, which makes me super happy.
It passes the test. A+.
It starts with one of the healthiest vegetables for your heart, beets.
They're in here and I can just drink them.
Beets, probably the worst vegetable in the world.
I love beets.
Super Beets concentrates an essential nutrient found in beets to promote heart-healthy energy.
It's really yummy.
Shockingly not bad. Well, that's good.
3 beets in here? Oh my gosh.
Super Beets helps increase circulation, supports healthy blood pressure, and gets more oxygen flowing throughout your body naturally, which means more healthy energy to make the most of your day.
Dance more often, maybe.
Find out how to get a free canister with your first order, plus bonus gifts.
Call 1-800-201-6681 or go to buysuperbeets.com.
I could definitely use a little more energy, especially if it's from a natural source like beets.
That even tastes good.
I'll finish this, by the way. I really like it.
Call now and find out how to get a free canister with your first order, plus free indicator strips that show how it's working. This offer isn't in stores, but we'll ship it free right to your door.
Feel strong and you feel healthy and you feel like you can accomplish anything.
Find your energy.
Call 1-800-201-6681 or go to buysuperbeets.com.
I would for sure drink this.
Super Beets from Human.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
A new study shows as your body mass index goes up, so does your blood pressure. ABC's Arlette Saenz tells us why.
High blood pressure, a major risk factor for cardiovascular disease. And a new study from Yale University published in the Journal of American Medical Association says that it may be linked to your weight. Body mass index is calculated by dividing your weight by your height. Higher your weight, higher your BMI. Researchers from Yale University looked at measurements made when 1.7 million Chinese men and women checked in with their doctors. As their BMI rose, so did their blood pressure. Medical advice: exercising, maintaining a healthy weight, and living a stress-free lifestyle can counteract the scale. As if we need another reason to shed some pounds. But now, not only will losing weight help you fight diabetes and a host of other ills, it may help you lower your blood pressure and risk of heart disease. With this Medical Minute, I'm Arlette Saenz, ABC News.
Now your ABC 7 First Alert Weather Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan.
Well, we had some beautiful photos sent into pics at mysuncoast.com. This one beautiful but very ominous looking right there. Lightning off in the distance. You can see that shelf cloud with a pretty big storm around. This was from James White, Big Blue Media, and Dave Beachy getting the sunset, looking out over Sarasota Bay right there with a nice kind of tranquil and peaceful evening. We are seeing not as many storms around this afternoon and evening, and that southeast wind continues, but some dry air has slipped in, and so it's limiting our shower activity here across the Suncoast. Yesterday at this time, we were seeing a lot more action around, but not as much today. Once in a while, we're going to get a lone storm, a lone shower pop up here and there. We've already had one. Now we have another one just to the west of Northport, and in Bradenton, Pretty heavy downpour, no lightning at this point, but this could generate a lightning strike or two as it makes its way to the west-northwest at around 10 to 15. So rain coming down pretty heavy right there near downtown Bradenton. The one that moved through Osprey dumped about 1/4 of an inch of rainfall in just a short period of time. Nothing else going on there right now. And the one just to the west of Northport is moving off to the west. There's that slice of dry air that has slipped in right across central Florida, and that'll put a stop to any large-scale rain event this evening and on Saturday. A little bit more moisture will come back into play as that dry air exits on Sunday, but for the time being, the futurecast showing partly cloudy skies and a very small chance for a brief shower or two through this evening and continuing on into about 9, 10 o'clock. Now, tomorrow, the forecast looks good. We'll have sunshine to start the day. A pretty good east to southeast wind in the morning. That always makes it feel a little bit comfortable out there with a little lower humidity as opposed to that west wind, which we'll get back to, it looks like, by Tuesday of next week. Well, there's Ernesto, pretty far up north right now. In fact, going further north in our satellite imagery at points, and that will continue to head off toward Ireland. They're going to get some rain out of this, and won't be a real big windstorm, but 40-mile-an-hour wind, a low-pressure area, non-tropical in nature, making its way toward Ireland. And the good news on this is it's weakening as it approaches the islands, although it is going to bring some heavy rainfall, already going to start to do that tonight as it makes its way to the west. There's no chance of this developing due to the strong upper-level winds, which are forecast to stay that way for the remainder of the next couple of weeks, and no chance, as I mentioned, for that to develop over the upcoming days. Now, as far as temperatures go, in the mid-80s near the beaches, Whitney Beach at 86, Bradenton, although it was at 91, is cooling down now with a shower nearby. Osprey has cooled down to 86 degrees, and 93 in Northport and Port Charlotte at 92. Currently, we have partly cloudy skies at the airport. It's 90, and the relative humidity is in the mid-60s. The high today was a hot one, 92, 75, pretty close to the average. And as far as the national satellite and radar goes, a low-pressure area bringing some clouds and showers from Minnesota and into Wisconsin as well as Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, and New York and Pennsylvania tonight. Even some severe weather anticipated for New York, stretching up toward, again, in the upstate New York area. Hot weather and high fire danger exists and continues out west. Now, for boaters tomorrow, pretty calm out there, just a light chop, and seas will be running less than 2 feet. The extended forecast shapes up like this. We will see a slight chance for late day showers tomorrow, most of the day looking good. A little bit better on Sunday for those late day storms. Transition day on Monday, timing storms of the storms come in the morning on Tuesday through the rest of the work week with pretty good chances. The front's going to come down and actually give us a little bit better chance for some showers and storms on Friday of next week at 60%. Had a chance to go out in the bay yesterday, in the North Sarasota Bay, near Cortez Bridge, and you can see we saw that dirty brown color up there, and it's still there north of the Manatee Avenue Bridge, though. It hasn't been that bad, according to Captain Scott Moore right there. You see, he's been fishing those waters for over 40 years. He says the fishing's not good right there, but it is in other places.
Tampa Bay, Manatee River, Eastern Shore, all the way to the Little Manatee River is clean. That's the best advice. Also, out the pass, on the beaches, a mile or two off, there's actually mackerel out here right now, 2 miles out. The main thing is people understand that red tide is a natural. You can help big time contain those nutrients. There is a connection with nutrients and red tide. The severity and the length, okay, it's a plankton. It's like your plant. And if it's got nutrients, what is it going to do?
Going to grow, and that's what it has done here along the west coast of Florida. We're still waiting for the FWC for the report. We'll have that at 6 if it comes in. This is a guy who went really far north to get out of everything, the hot and the red tide. Van Smith, that's right, 137 halibut, 137-pound halibut. He came in second. I guess there was a tournament up there. That's just a huge fish right there, and congratulations on that. Captain Brian Marcy went offshore 9 miles. That's what a lot of the captains are doing now, just catching fish out there where they said the water is really good. And this Captain Jeff Page reporting his client catching that big redfish. He was also in some clean water north of the bay, and he is suggesting that all the captains and everyone out there follow this rule, catch and release right now. There's a lot of pressure on these fish, obviously, give them a break. And Captain Scott Moore also said kind of dangerous in September is when all the redfish start to go and venture into the Gulf of Mexico. And he said if the red tide goes any further north, where they all come out of there, out of the Tampa Bay area, could be a big issue. But right now he said this is okay. He was at the Paradise Island with his family yesterday. The water looked perfect, blue, and not a problem.
Okay.
All right.
It stays that way. Thank you, Bob.
Time now to check your First Alert traffic for the drive home. We are seeing some backups in the downtown Bradenton area over the DeSoto Bridge tonight. Both the north and southbound lanes are slow going. Scott?
In consumer news, Jacqueline, Florida's unemployment numbers are out, and state officials say that unemployment rate dropped to 3.7% last month. That's lower than the national rate of 3.9%. In Manatee County, more than 6,500 people are still out of work, out of a workforce of more than 178,000. And in Sarasota County, in a workforce of more than 190,000 people, there are still 7,000 people without jobs.
Chipotle is announcing it will be going to retrain its staff following a food poisoning outbreak. Investigators found that the outbreak was caused by food left at unsafe temperatures. That was the latest of several food safety problems to hit Chipotle in recent years. In 2015, the chain had to temporarily shut down more than 30 stores in 6 states after health officials traced E. coli to a common ingredient in its foods.
Cards Against Humanity is looking for new writers. If you've ever offended someone or said something politically incorrect, this may be the job for you. Cards Against Humanity is a party game where players complete fill-in-the-blank statements. The job description says writers will get paid as needed, which is sometimes, so don't expect to quit your day job and make this a full-time gig. To apply, you'll submit your best 15 white cards and 5 best black cards online. I've never played it, but it sounds kind of fun.
It's a pretty crazy game.
Yeah. Entertainment news is next.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Did you know that a dirty CPAP system could make you sick? If you knew what could be growing in your mask and hose, it would keep you up at night. Now, SoClean.com has released the world's first automated hands-free CPAP cleaner and sanitizer. With its patented design, SoClean is fast, effective, and hands-free, killing 99.9% of all CPAP germs and bacteria. Try SoClean now through this special TV offer, risk-free for 30 days. Just call 800-604-0398.
The SoClean works, and it's a really effective product, and I couldn't believe how easy it was to use.
SoClean works on all popular CPAP machines and masks, destroying CPAP germs and bacteria without the daily hassle of washing your system by hand. Just place your mask in, close the lid, and walk away. Voila! Sanitized and ready to use. Try SoClean risk-free for 30 days. This is a limited-time offer. Call now, 800-604-0398, or visit SoClean.com today.
Get more for your money during the Subaru A Lot to Love event at Sunset Subaru. Subaru vehicles hold their value better than any other brand for 2018, according to ALG, and Subaru is Kelley Blue Book's most trusted brand for 4 years running. The Subaru Outback is an IIHS top safety pick for 10 years running. Lease a new Subaru Outback today for just $249 a month, or get 0% financing with 0 down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
I heard about the Dotole Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotole Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was. I can tell you that you will not find a finer, more professional team of clinicians anywhere in the world.
Another pair of satisfied emotions. Looks to me like elation and maybe some amazement. It's part of the Honda Summer Spectacular event experience. You could say satisfaction comes standard here, just like the Honda Accord comes standard with a luxurious, roomy interior. All at the Honda Summer Spectacular event.
We see it all the time.
Visit your local Honda dealer and test drive the Honda Accord, 2018's North American Car of the Year.
Reorganizing a space in your home? Save up to 20% on our beautiful light finishes during the California Closet's Shades of White event. Contact us today for a free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
In entertainment news tonight, the Queen of Soul and the King of Rock and Roll united in death even as they were joined in superstardom in life.
Aretha Franklin, of course, died yesterday at the age of 76 on August 16th. 41 years to the day that Elvis Presley died at the age of 42. Franklin passed away yesterday following a battle with pancreatic cancer. Presley died suddenly in 1977 after suffering a heart attack.
Every year as it rolls around, you know, as we get through celebrating Memphis in May and we get through celebrating Live at the Gardens and things like that, August 16th is always going to roll around. It's always going to be a bittersweet day for Memphis, Tennessee, because we lost the two greatest musicians who may have possibly ever walked the earth.
Franklin and Presley are not the only famous Americans to have died on that date, August 16th. Babe Ruth died on the same day back in 1948.
Well, it's been 2 decades since Steve Perry put out a new album, but the former Journey frontman is back. He writes on his website that he disappeared years ago because he lost his love for music. Eventually, he began writing songs thinking he'd be the only one to ever hear them. Well, that changed. His new album, Traces, arrives October 5th.
Glad he's back. Scarlett Johansson is the world's highest paid actress. Forbes magazine estimates the Avengers Infinity War star made $40.5 million between last June and this June. That easily topped the total of runner-up Angelina Jolie, who made $28 million, largely for her upcoming movie Maleficent 2. In third place, Jennifer Aniston, who made almost $19.5 million through various endorsement deals.
I like all 3 of those actresses. I think they're all great.
But those Marvel movies, Avengers, they make a lot of money.
Oh, yeah, they do. Well, stay with us. We'll be right back with more news and weather.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
What do you get when you cross your tired, aching back with this fragile egg? The Egg Sitter Cushion, an amazing new flex cushion that supports your backside and spine so well you can sit on an egg without breaking it. Incredible!
You want me to sit on this egg? Okay. I can't believe I'm doing this. I don't even feel it. It didn't even break? Oh, I was wondering about that. Now that's a good cushion.
The honeycomb design is constructed of Elasticor that absorbs pressure points by collapsing in on itself. That's why even this egg won't break under direct pressure. Now long days at the office will be more comfortable, dinner more enjoyable, and painful car rides a thing of the past. Get your Egg Sitter Support Cushion for just $39.99. It comes with a free non-slip washable cover and our 10-year comfort guarantee. But wait, call right now and you can get a second cushion. Just pay separate fee. Call now.
Call 1-800-232-1564. That's 1-800-232-1564. Call now or go to eggsitter.com. Order now.
You want a Maserati, but you need an SUV. Why not have both? Levante, the Maserati of SUVs.
Experience it at Sunset Maserati Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Download the all-new ABC7 First Alert Weather app now.